Here you can see the standard output, the drawing produced automatically by RapidSpec, and this is created in about 1.5 seconds from the information on the on-screen form. You can see in this area that on this particular drawing where we've asked RapidSpec to show the prices, that's obviously an option. And now let us show you how we created this drawing. We'll start by closing this form, and this then takes us directly back to the main form. You can see here the information that's been collected to create that drawing, and whilst we're entering this information, it's automatically adding various aspects of the pricing on the right hand side to give us our totals, our margin, our price each, and our total order value. We can also at any stage add a cash adjustment of any value, positive or negative, and we can also increase or decrease our margin by adding or subtracting a markup. So let's just show you how we create a new door set. There are currently 23 doors in this door set. Let's start by adding an additional door set. Click on Add New Door Set. You now have options. You can either start by creating a structural opening size, or you can start, for example, if it was just a single door with no frame, you could just put the door height and door width in here. Let's say that we're going to create a double door set with over panel and a couple of vision panels. We're going to call this door type 1. And we're going to say that this is an FD30 door set. Well, for the moment we'll say we just want one. We'll have a structural opening height of 2500 and a width of 2000. We'll have a 5mm head clearance between the frame and the structural opening, and a 5mm clearance either side of the door set. I can now either click the down arrow to choose the material, or I can just type A and select OK. We'll have a 115mm wide frame, 45mm thick. We have a frame section, we've called this standard. We'll say it's ash veneered. This is in case you buy doors in rather than manufacture them yourself, so we'll say in-house. Visible lippings concealed, intumescent, grey, and handing. We won't say handing because it's a double set of doors. We'll put an extension in to this frame, and we'll say it's 140 deep by 21 thick, and it's also made of ash. We can have ash architraves, 60mm wide by 21mm thick, and we'll also say that they are made of ash. On the right hand side here up at the top, you can see that we've already chosen door sizes and prices. It's gathered that from information down at the bottom here, and we've also started to put in a frame price, extension price, and an architrave price. So now let's say that we want rebated meeting styles with these pair of doors. We want the left door to open first, and we'll just say that the over panel is also rebated. You can see here that it's come up with a warning saying that I'm trying to specify that there's a rebated over panel when actually I haven't specified an over panel, and I do that by just putting a over panel height in of, let's say, 400mm, and we'll try that exercise again. So let's just have a look where we are so far with that particular specification. And as you can see, here's our rebated doors, rebated over panel, dimensions of where the hinges are that it's put in automatically for us. And we'll close that form for a second. So let's go ahead now and put some vision panels in. We'll say the vision panels are required in both doors. The bead material is ash. The bead section will say hockey stick. The glass type is Georgian wide polished plate, and the intumescent colour is grey. So now we just need to put the dimensions in. Down means down from the top of the door to the top of the vision panel, which we'll say is 350mm. Cut out height we'll say is 150 by 150, and we'll say it's 150 in from the meeting stars. And let's go ahead and put in a second vision panel, this time 150mm down from the previous vision panel. We'll say this one is 900 high and it's 150 wide, and it's in 150 from the meeting stars. There we have vision panels in both doors. So let's close that. You can see it on the left hand side here, we've calculated the price automatically. Let's just go into a bit more detail how we do that. So now let's add some ironmongery to this door set. I'm going to say for the moment that the vision panels are only in the right door, so that we can put some ironmongery and show the positions that it shows on the drawing. So let's choose a door viewer type and a lock type, letter plate, we'll say there's an air transfer grill, steel, and we'll put that in the right door. We'll drop down seal, a bolt type and hinge type. Oh, let's make that 100mm, and let's have a look at that. So now we can see we've got the vision panels in the right hand side as we specified, then we've got letter plate, door viewer and lock type. You can also see we specified bolts and an air transfer grill. Let's close that and go back to the form. You can see also we've got a lock button here. This just makes it impossible for somebody to then accidentally change some information when perhaps a quotation has already been made. I'm going to unlock that again. So let's imagine we have the typical scenario. We've sent a quotation to a customer, he's come back and he wants something changed. Let's say that they want the structural opening width change from 2 meters to 1900. Just change the 20 for 19, press enter, and you'll see that the size of both doors, as they were both the same size, is taken the equal amounts off each door. It's recalculated the price of the doors and the frame material and calculated our finished price here. Now this might be a particularly difficult customer, and it may be that we want to increase our markup to this customer by 10%, and that will naturally increase the cost per unit and of course the total order value and the profit. It would be useful, wouldn't it, if we could also have it print out our purchasing requirement, and you can see a list of buttons here just at the bottom, and I can look at all the doors required for this particular project. There they are. Size, material, door height, left, right, over panel, thickness, etc. I can see what frame requirement I need. Again, we have all the different materials, sizes, heights, overall length, etc. Close that. I can also look at extensions, very similar. Here's all my extensions, all my architraves, the cassettes or the beading frames, all of the ironmongery that's going to be machined into the door, all my glass requirement and vision panel intumescent, including liner, and the intumescence for the door frame and the doors. Close that. Also, you may have noticed that when we typed in here the door number, I put a door type in. So let's say we don't want 1, let's say we want 4. How does the door set? How does RapidSpec handle that? Well, next to the door type is another form, and now I can now enter the door numbers relating to door type 1. I'm just going to say it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and close. And when I click on the door type numbers button, you can see, as well as other door type numbers in this system, I also have under door type 1, I've got door number 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you could have literally hundreds of the same door type with all the numbers under this particular form. You may also get a requirement for a door that's almost identical to this one. So let's have another quick look at the door set. That's door type 1. So let's just duplicate that door set. Okay, need a new door set number. It's just a reminder here telling me that the one I've copied has a quantity greater than 1. So let's just say we only want one of those, and we'll call it door type 2. And let's just show you how easy it is to create what is effectively a completely different door from almost the same specifications. So let's change we'll make it 2400 high by 2100 wide, say 5mm gap at the top and 5 at the sides. We'll also change the position of the ironmongery, put it all in the right door instead of the left, and and we'll change the vision panels over to the left. Let's have a look at that, and there we have a completely different door set created in seconds. Let's close that. This section, by the way, this is where you put your own logo. And finally, let's have a look at the door schedule. There's all our door sets with various sizes: frame size, structural opening size, door size, left door, right door, and the total costs. We've also got a section for extra timber here and additional ironmongery. To access those from the main form, we have extras. So if I wanted to put in some skirting board, for example, I can use this form for doing that. And additional ironmongery, which is entered by this form. So I can choose item from my list, quantity, and that will just be automatically added to the door set. And lastly, we can also see we can have a report of the front page of the full drawing. We can have a door only schedule, a frame only schedule, and we can preview all the drawings in the entire project. We can also print the entire project in one go, so this could all go as a PDF to your customer. Timber sections, ironmongery, additional ironmongery, a summary of the ironmongery, door type numbers, and the drawings. Close that form. To sum up then, RapidSpec Manufacturing will almost completely eliminate errors. You've seen the ease of use. It's incredibly quick, especially when you come to duplicate door sets, a consistent pricing system, and then works order processing with the automatic creation of cutting lists for doors, frames, extensions, architraves, beading, glass, intumescent for the glass and the door frame, and ironmongery. Integrate RapidSpec into your manufacturing workflow and start saving money immediately.